Hello everyone, this is Guru from Be a Sales Specialist, and I believe that at least we share one single goal, and that is to become a sales specialist. So, in this sale nugget, in this video, I want to share you about one of the most important topic in the sale, and that is prospecting. Yes, the prospecting. If you have gone through from this process, if you know it, I'm sure you know it about the sales cycle. The prospecting is the place where we spend a lot of our time, and there is a reason behind it. In prospecting is the place where a lot of people, like new sale people, the new buyer, they made mistakes. You know it well, like that. Prospecting is not a place like where you consider everyone in. It's not like that. You make a report and collect the numbers or context information and start making the leads. The role of the prospecting in the sale is like finding the right person for your product. And the second part of the prospecting is eliminating the wrong persons. Those people who do not qualify for your product, those people who cannot afford your product. For example, if you have a high-tech product and if your prospect has not like that certain amount of the knowledge, then in prospecting, your job is to eliminate those people as well. Usually what happens, like if you're working for any company, so maybe your marketing department has a list and they gave you a list of 100 people, and we assume that they have generated this list by running the different campaigns on the Facebook, by running the different campaigns on the Instagram, or maybe Twitters or anything, LinkedIn. So they have generated a list of 100 people for you, and they gave you, I mean, whenever you receive that list, I'm sure if you're an experienced person, you know it in advance. Like it's not going to be happen like all of these 100 people will qualify for your product. No, no, no. Then here comes your job while you are doing the prospecting. You need to pick up your phone and sifting through the list. Your job is make a first contact with them and find out the qualified or semi-qualified people. And I can say you very, I mean, confidently, like I have been working in this area for quite a long period of time. If the list has 100 people, whenever you make a call, you'll find that there are only or maximum 50 people. I mean, on a very high note, there are going to be only 50 people who are going to qualify. These are the people who qualified for your product, and the rest of the 50 people, uh, we will discuss it in later. Like they came into the list for some reasons, but there are only 50 people who are going to qualify. Now here comes your next job. You're going to contact with only these 50 people who are qualified or semi-qualified, and you're not making your presentation to those people who do not qualify at all. So your target audience is qualified and a semi-qualified people. Now here comes the question, like why we need to sifting through the list, we need to call the prospect and eliminate those who don't even qualify for our product. And why do? Because this list has been produced by your marketing department, and they spend a lot of resources to generate these leads for you. And why we need to make our work on it and find those persons who are close enough to our product. Well, you know it well already. Like doesn't matter how close and targeted campaign it was, how much resources has been spent on it, but there is still a risk, like your system may generate those people into that list who don't even qualify, who do not want your product. or who just clicked it mistakenly. Just take an example like let's say you have 10 persons in hand and you made a full sale presentation to all those 10 people right way, and at the end of the day you notice that like in out of 10 only 2 people qualified and 8 people they don't even qualified. Now here comes the time management issue as well. Like you have spent a lot of time on these 8 people without eliminating them, and you gave them the full sales presentations and now you were expecting the results, and at that point you came to know like what happened. These people even don't qualify, they don't want our product, they do not even afford it. It's a high-tech product, they don't have a knowledge about this product, but you have already delivered your presentation. And what will happen? Let's say you made 10 presentations, 8 people they do not qualify, and there were 2 people who even qualified, and they both buy, they close the deal with you. And maybe at that point you will get a little disappointed. Like you may think of like that might be you're not a good salesperson because you made 10 presentations and you got only 2 results. I mean, even it looks like 20%, but the point is like it's 100% on the other hand, because there were only 2 people who were semi-qualified, only 2 prospects who were qualified against your product, and they all buy it from you directly. Even there is only one who closed a deal, so your success ratio is 50%. So you do not need to let yourself go down at the results. Art of sitting is making your first touch with the prospect. What you do when you will get a list from your marketing manager or from anywhere, and let's say there are 100 people in the list in your hand. What you're gonna do? Just pick up the phone and start making the call to them. And here's your job: to identify the buyers and the non-buyers from the list. It doesn't matter how this list was created. You will find the 4 kind of prospects from this list. Let's talk about the first kind of the prospects, and we can call them the buyers in need. Buyers in need are those people like we can put those names under this category: the people who qualify, who like your product, who want to buy your product, they can afford it, and they are the buyers in need. They have any immediate reasons behind it. There is a certain pain, there is a certain problem which they want to solve it immediately. And if you provide them the right solution, they will take the quick action and they will buy it immediately. Okay, let me explain it to you with an example. Let's say you are a family man and for some reasons your car broke down on the road or something happened to your car and it's not working. And now what's happening? Because you don't have a car at home, now your son is missing his football class and it's building a pressure on you. Your daughter, she's missing her swimming class. And your wife, all the time if she needs to buy a grocery, she need to hire a taxi, and it's an extra cost on you, and it's built up a lot of pressure on you, and you're gonna buy in pain. Now you need a solution for this pain, and you visit any showroom area where you can buy a used car, new car, and because you are buying in pain, you want to take an immediate action right now, and the only solution is to get a new car. And here's the job of a salesperson: you need to get you the right product in front of you, and so you can make a very quick decision. The buyer in needs The buyer in pains are the people, they don't think a lot because they're in a position of a pain right now. They are feeling the pain, and that's stopping them to thinking a lot. If they find a suitable thing, and they will buy it directly. And being a sales expert, this is your job to know it by asking the question, what is their pain and what they want, and show them the right product, and they will take a quick action. They're not going to make some comparisons because they're very quick. They want to get rid of this pain immediately. Let's take an example, like this thing was happened to me actually. For example, let's say you are in pain. You have some kind of pain in your body, and you cannot breathe for some reason something is happening, and you go to a doctor, and he said that okay, it's going to cost this much of money. What you will do if you can afford it? You say, okay, do it. I will buy it. Tell me where I need to sign it. Please get me out of this pain. Anyway, I don't want to stay it for a quite longer period of time. Please get me out of it. And this is how the buyer in pain behaves. They qualified. They need a product. They can afford it, and they have a reason to take the immediate action right away. And these are the people you wanted in your list all the time. But there is only one reason, one issue with the buyers in pain. They are very few in number. Yeah, let's say in the list of 100 people, you will find the 20 people only who are the buyers in pain, who want your product right way, right now. If you give them a solution, and they will buy it to get rid out of their pain. So in the second category, you can write it like the buyers in power. These are the people who qualified for your product. They can afford it. They have all the money. They have all the education. They have all the resources. But there is only one small difference between the buyers in power and the buyers in pain is like they have no urgency. They can wait. They do not want to take a decision immediately, but they want your product anyway. But as compared with the buyer in need, the buyers in pain, there is no urgency for that. Let's take the same example. Let's say you have a car and it's working perfectly fine. You're very much satisfied with the fuel average. It's fulfilling, it's working completely fine. There is no issue inside the car, but still you want it. You want to buy a new car because it's a 4 years old car. It's working fine. There is no urgency, but still you have a desire to change it. Do you understand me? Like you have a desire. I'm sure I'm making it clear that you have a desire inside you. You have the money in your hand. You want this product, but there is no pain that force you to make the immediate decision. And to close this kind of the buyers, these kinds of the prospect, you need to hit right at the top of the head. You need to build your case so strongly. You need to bring your offer, such a competitive offer for them, so they don't deny it. So they can't deny it. And this is the only way to get them, to close them. And we can call them that they are, at the max there are 40 people, the buyers in power, on average in the list. So there were 20 people. We have discussed until now, like the 20 people who are buyers in pain, and the 40 people, they are buyers in power, who has the money, who qualified for your product, and who may buy your product anyway. Now let's discuss about the other two categories, the looky-loos. The looky-loos are the people who disguise themselves, who act like buyers in power. They will come to your showroom. They will give you all the positive signals. When you desire any information, they will give you that information. They will pretend it like they are buyers in power and they want to buy it, but they will always delay the buying process. They will never close that. They will never close a deal with you, and the reason is like these people are the people who do the window shoppings. Maybe they visit your showroom to drive the car. They came to your office for some other reasons to spend the time, and you need to be intelligent enough to know it, like either they are the buyers in power or looky loose. This is your job to identify them, because these people are, we can call them the time vampires. They don't give any importance to their time, and they don't give any importance to your time as well. They are in the market for the window shopping, maybe for looking out at the things or getting the information, and that's it. They are not the buyers, and they are very hard to identify. If you are not smart enough, then they are going to take a lot of your time. And then there comes the mistakes. I mean, you ran in campaign on the internet, you got a lot of leads from them. So your marketing department, he has drafted 100 people on the list, and and you made a call to the people, and you will know it. I mean, there are 20% of the people who mistakenly clicked on it. And the best part is when you will call them and they will tell you immediately, oh, I'm sorry, that's my mistake. I clicked it mistakenly, or that wasn't my intentions, or they will tell you very clearly. They will not waste your time. And your job is accept it and just delete their name from the list and save your time. Here's comes another thing, like there's so many people, sale people. I mean, when you put the pressure on them, let's say if I'm a sale leader, I put the pressure on my team, what they will do, they will try to convert the mistakes into the potential people, into the potential buyers. And it's the biggest mistake we've made all the time. Don't make the mistakes. Don't try to convert them into your business. Don't try to convert them as a potential buyer, because they don't want your product. And let's say if you earn them, and they're not going to be the happy customer for you because they bought it without a reason. Don't force them. Save your time. If they told you like they clicked it for some reason, for mistakenly, accept it. Don't push them for any reason. You will waste your time, and you will waste their time as well. And if you trick them for some reason, I mean, it's very common. I have seen somewhere anyway. And if you trick them into your business, they're not going to be very happy, and they will start creating a lot of problem for you as well. Keep yourself away and aware of them. Just accept them. I mean, if there's a mistake, accept them and continue it. Okay, so what we have learned until now, like we got a list of 100 people. 20 are the buyers in pain. 40 people are the buyers in power, and the rest of the 40 people, they fall in those categories, the looky-loos and a mistake. Your job is contact the buyers in need and the buyers in power, and eliminate the other two categories. And here you can save a lot of time. But it's not like that. I mean, it doesn't matter like how qualified you are, how good you are. It's not like that. You have 50 people, you're going to close all these 50 prospects. No, 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 no. It's not going to be happen. We work with the law of the average. So you may get a 20% or 50% of these qualified people even. But you do not need to demotivate yourself. Accept it, like it works like this way. So I'm sure like in this short nugget, so we have discussed about the prospecting, like what is the prospecting and where we made the mistakes, and in how many categories, the 4 categories, all the prospect falls, and on which category we need to put our focus and start working on it, start working with the follow-ups and other things, and which are those 2 categories where we need to save our time and spare them and give them a way to go out, and don't need to bring them into our business. So see you very soon in the next Sale Nuggets. Have a nice day. Thank you very much.